Hello, Michelle Gray.
Hello, Lisa. How are
Information in
you?
the description box when this becomes a YouTube. Hi, my love, Erik. I love you.
Hi, Mom. Love you so much.
So I got a big topic. Stressed, feel stuck. I think a lot of people feel that way, Erik and Michelle.
hmm
Yeah.
And yes, Erik said that today's topic, and he says he wants to get to taking calls today. He says we won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but he says this is a resource that is absolutely free. It's easy to use, and he
I like
says we
free.
all have access to it, and that's
Ooh,
breathing,
good.
breath,
Oh, yeah, yeah, of course.
breathing. And he says, first of all, he just wants to say how important it is that, he goes, we all breathe every day. He goes, how many times do you breathe? He goes, do you know that you are expanding and releasing thousands of times a day?
Mm.
So every time you take a breath in, he says, we are expanding our energy. Every time we breathe out, we are releasing. He goes, now what happens when we start to put conscious awareness to it? He goes, what happens when we start to think, uh, start to put, he says, whether we want to call it a spiritual practice, whether we want to call it stress relieving, he
Mm.
goes, whatever you want to call it, when you put your awareness to it, he goes, magic happens.
Mm.
Because he says the breath, and he's going into the diaphragm, he says breathing is the connection from the physical world to beyond physical.
Mm.
That's what the breath is. So he says
Wow.
that's why it's so powerful, and we can train with it. We can train our brains. And he says, why is it so powerful? Because to when we add oxygen to the brain, um, when we add oxygen to the blood, he says that is expansion. Sorry, I'm sorry. Somebody just got hurt upstairs. I hear
Uh-oh.
somebody screaming up
Oh,
here.
go.
Okay. I'm gonna be 1 second because there's
All right.
something going on.
No problem. I'm going to pause the recording.
Okay.
So y'all
Sorry.
hang on. Go take care of it. Okay. Pause recording.
Okay. Thank you. I'm glad
Everybody
everything's
okay?
okay. Yes, my daughter, she's actually mopping the floors upstairs, and she slipped
Oh,
and crashed. So I'm downstairs working, so I just heard a big crash and a lot of screaming. So
everybody's okay though, right?
everybody's okay.
Good.
Erik goes, it's okay, Michelle. He goes, take a deep breath. Take a deep
Yes,
breath,
of
which is
course.
exactly what we're talking about. So we'll get back to this. So Erik put us back on track here. He says, okay, he goes, let's use this example right now. He says, let's use what's happening right now to Michelle and talk about the breath. He goes, so in this particular moment, he says, what he's suggesting to me, he goes, so what we're telling Michelle is, he says, to just sit for a second and take a deep breath. He goes, what's happening? What's happening in the brain? He goes, well, the brain is receiving a message right now to give a nice slow breath. And he says, this slow breath tells the brain, I'm safe. Everything is okay. I'm safe. So he says, think about what happens when there's something going on. So again, I hear this noise upstairs. I start to panic, go, oh my God, something's wrong with one of my kids. Because you know that cry as a mother when you hear
I
somebody get
know.
hurt.
And you think
You,
the worst case scenario, we all
yes,
do.
I'm thinking broken leg. Like I'm
Yeah,
thinking
right.
somebody's broke something. Oh my
Exactly.
God. And I didn't, so Erik says, panic. What happens? We start to shorten our breath. We start to go, we hold our
Hmm.
breath, we shorten our breath. He goes, well, what message does that give to the brain? He
Not
goes,
safe.
well, it tells the brain, I'm not safe, I'm not safe. And he
Yeah.
goes, and our whole system follows.
Yeah.
Everything follows because he says the brain is the messenger. So the brain is giving the messages to the organs,
Mm.
to the system, everything. So he says, when we consciously say, okay, now just sit calmly, take a nice deep breath. He goes a nice slow breath in and a slow breath out. So now we're telling the brain, and the entire system that we're safe. He goes, so there's something right there. If we are looking for relaxation,
Mm.
if we are looking for a way to move from a mode of panic, and he goes, and here's the thing, it's often we're not going to go into these moments with breathing when we have a situation unless we practice it all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh God.
Because
Yeah.
he says, guys, he goes,
It's not
if
automatic. That's for
no,
sure.
exactly. He says automatic response when there is something to panic, unless you've been trained otherwise, is is that kind of
Adrenaline,
breathing,
fight or
right?
flight. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So he says when you start to work with the breath every day, you can set yourself up so when there is something going on, you can trigger that breathing, trigger that slower breathing so
Right.
that your body starts to calm down. And he says, and those cortisol levels start to calm down. He goes, think
Yeah.
of all the benefits through the body when you work with the breath all the time.
Mm.
So he says, so using your breath to relieve stress, anxiety, lower cortisol levels, reduce blood pressure. He says there's multiple benefits to our mental health and to our physical health, particularly with relieving anxiety. Now, he says, what else can we use it for? Well, we can use it for healing. We
Ooh.
can use it for spiritual communication. He
How do
says
you
we
do
can
that?
remove
How-
blocks for spirit communication.
Well, let's do the healing first.
Okay. So he says the heart chakra is the one that's connected to the breath. And he says the diaphragm is the solar plexus. So, what we're doing, he goes, when we're breathing, it is conscious. He goes, saying that we're safe. And you want to use a practice that you are connecting the breath along with knowledge. Meaning this, he says, so first of all, find yourself a quiet space to sit in. He
Okay.
says, get yourself comfortable, quiet space. Know prior what you would like to work on. So if
Mm.
you feel you're having a blockage in the heart area due to, say, uh, past relationship pain,
Mm.
so you've had some difficult relationships. He goes, it could be any kind of relationship, but let's say that pain is in the heart. You know that you've got grief in that heart area. You want to work through removing that blockage. He says, so number one is the intent. And now he says there's many different breathing techniques that you can use. And you can also use different breathing techniques um, and change the thought with it. So he says, for example, there's a very common one that he has always used with me, which is known as some people call it box breathing or 4x4,
Mm.
or they call it the soul breathing. And what this
Mm.
is by counting to four. So you're taking a breath in at four. So four in, you hold for four, and four out. And the way that you do it is you move around a box. So you're doing it four times. So
Okay.
it's 4x4x4.
Well,
Very easy
can
to
you show us?
remember.
Can you show us that?
Yes. Yeah. So, okay. So right now I'm going to go into the heart and I'm going to remove a blockage in the heart chakra area. So I'm getting comfortable. Erik's saying, having me repeat the steps that I would do. Okay, so I'm getting comfortable. I'm going to take a deep breath in to four. So 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Breathe out to four. Breathe out four. And so that's side number one. Okay, so think of it as a box. We're going
Oh,
around a
okay.
box. So
Wait, do
then
you count as you're breathing in? One, two,
you can
three, four.
you can count in your head. Count in your head.
Okay, but it's not, you don't count when you're at the top. You
No,
count on the way up.
right. So you
Okay,
count
got
your
it.
four
All
in,
right.
hold for four, and then exhale for four. Now,
Okay.
Erik says what you want to do when you're using healing for this is you're allowing yourself to, it's all intention. So he says, go to the intention of, as I breathe in, I'm breathing into the discomfort. I'm breathing into the pain. I'm expanding that area. I'm putting awareness to that area. He says, you can now, this, he says, now remember, there's no hard and fast rules to this because where the power actually is it's within the breath and the intention put to it. So he
Right.
says, when you're breathing out loneliness, you're breathing
Mhm.
out resentment, you're breathing out frustration. So he says you want to, and yes, he's just saying it would be helpful if you had a journal or had some kind of a notebook where you could write down your intentions. What would I like to do? What would I like to look at? Now, he says, keep in mind the breathing technique that we've shown you. He says, it doesn't have to be that way. If you're more comfortable with breathing in, let's say 2 is all you can do. If maybe your lungs are at a capacity where
Yeah.
that's just, he says, do that. Do 2. Did you just see those balloons?
Yeah. What the heck is that? Maybe people can send those.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that was on Zoom. That's really weird because that happened last week too when I was on with Erik. So I don't know what just happened. That's
I'm
very
gonna
weird.
look up. Keep talking, and
Okay,
I'll look up.
that
Mm,
was weird. So Erik's just saying, do what is comfortable. If you feel 7, breathing for 7 and holding for
mm,
4 is best for you, do that. But he says the key is put your intention and put that energy of healing, removing the blocks to doing this. And he says, now, I promise, he goes, this is a very powerful, powerful tool with using the breath. And he says, so when you put these 2 things together, it moves energy. You are moving energy through your body. You are releasing through your body. So he says, know that that is what's being done. Now, if you still feel discomfort, he goes, that's okay. Be with the discomfort, but use this as a spiritual practice and do it for as long as you feel it's necessary. It will start to change how you feel because he says when you start to work with your breath work, with intention, especially, he says what happens is your vibration naturally raises.
mm,
So you're able to put yourself in different states. Now, here's the other thing he says for healing. He says when you work with the breath, you can also do things, and this also is, he says, part of connecting with spirit as well.
mm,
You can change the rate of breath. So, for example, he says a way that you can get to a slightly altered state
mm.
to work with spirit. And I'm just going to move my microphone away a little bit. But so this is one that Erik taught me where you breathe in like, and you do that
Mm.
quickly over and
Yeah.
over. And so you do that several times. And what happens, so it usually takes me about 5 times of doing that. And I start to get a slight lightheaded feeling, not a dizzy
Yeah.
feeling, not an uncomfortable feeling. Because Erik says if you start to feel dizzy and off balance, stop. You don't
Yeah.
want to do that. You're only doing it to get this slightly lightheaded feeling. And he
Okay.
says, and when you get that, you want to stop and just sit and rest in that energy. What that's doing is raising your vibration. He says
Mm.
that's an instant way to raise your vibration.
Wow.
Now he goes, add a little something extra to it. He says, have your intent of breathing in spirit because that is what you're
Oh,
doing. You're
yeah.
pulling them in your energy. So breathe them in. So Erik says, if you're connecting with me, he says, I'll come and sit in front of you cross legged. He goes, go ahead and breathe me in. And he says, and when you're in those moments of pause in that altered state, he says, ask a question. Say, hey, Erik, how's it going? And see what you get back. He says, these are
Cool.
ways to use your breath to play with your body and to play with different states in your brain. And he says, if you practice this on a regular basis, you'll start to notice some really interesting things happening because the body really listens. And he goes, and all these things we talked about with the brain, you're giving these messages of relaxation. When I'm in this state, spirit comes in and speaks to me. He goes, all these beliefs, all of these things that happen all
Yeah.
at the same time. He goes, because guys, this is what you're built for.
Yeah.
This is what you're meant to be able to do. So
Very
he says
cool.
the breath is not only for ha la la, he says walking around, it does some pretty cool things.
That's cool. I remember my sister from Topanga, California. She was staying with us for a little while, and I walked into her room. I didn't know she was in the guest room, and she was doing breath work. And I go, "What is that?" So she told me, and I probably forgot.
Mm,
So yeah, cool. That's very cool. Now, how does
yeah,
this
it's
help us get not
interesting.
stuck? So of
What's
course we
that?
can get rid of the stress with breathing it out. But what about the whole being stuck part?
Well, he says being stuck is a lot like removing the blockages. And he says, so if you're
Oh,
feeling stuck in some way of your life, he says you want to identify what that is. And he goes, and if you don't know, if you just overall just feel stuck in your life and it's not really just one thing, he says that's when you want to use the breath work to create a space of clearing. So
oh,
your intention is to be able to create space so that you can have clear thought.
oh,
So he says, with that, you want to go back to, and he said that one would be that 4x4 box breathing would probably be the best. And you want to, again, use the intention of I'm expanding, I'm creating space and letting go of anything that's standing in my way. So he says you use again the intention and just change the intention to what it is that you want to achieve. He says what's behind it all really is the raising of vibration, and it allows us to get to a different state of our mind because our subconscious works from the breath. Our subconscious works through the diaphragm, and that's all
interesting.
connected into the solar plexus.
Wow. So you said the up in the vertical part. Then what about the rest of the box? Did we already go
Yeah, he
to?
said, yeah, I said you go all the way around the box. So that's your
Okay, you
four times.
visualize. Okay, now I'm going.
Visualize it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. This.
Yeah. So he says you just visualize a square and all you're doing is that four in, four hold, four times around the
Okay.
box.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah. That was a good one. And he actually gave me that one. Was it yesterday? Yesterday he gave me that one because I was having a pretty wild day yesterday. And he
Things
says,
are
"What are you going?"
happening in the Gray household.
Yes. Oh, they are. They are.
Wow.
But I've got the tools to handle it. That's the
You
difference now.
do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, you want to take calls then?
Yeah. Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Well, I guess I want to ask a question, a couple of questions for some people, friends of mine. One is goes by the pseudonym Shiva. Wants to know um, who is Alice W. to him or her. I can't give her full name for X reasons, but what do we have to do with each other? Do we have a contract? Whatever. So this his or her handle is Archbury Cantor Bishop, but
Mm.
the pseudonym is Shiva. Maybe that's not enough. Maybe you need a place.
Well, the answer that Eric is giving is that there is a karmic connection and it's about completion in this lifetime.
Oh, was
So,
was this Alice a wife or a husband or something in a past life? A
a
teacher?
love, a love,
Oh,
a
okay.
love. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
All right. And then all right, so I've got somebody I'm trying to figure out what to do for her scalar wise. Beverly Spangler. Bev.
Hmm.
I was okay to give that. Just found out she has a mass in her right lung and apparently mass filled lymph nodes, potentially problems on the left lung as well. Have a PET scan next Tuesday, December the 19th. She's lived successfully symptom free from triple negative breast cancer for the last 6 years and counting. The lung mass does not appear to be metastatic, but rather a fresh type of tumor. So maybe you don't want to answer this, or maybe can you tell her what to do? Or
Do you have because Eric's showing me like flushing the system. Do you have something that is clearing the lymphatic system?
no, I have chemical and toxin detox, drug detox, all that stuff. Um, immune system optimization. Maybe that's included that. I'm not really sure. But maybe she needs to go to a professional that does that. I mean, really, like, does lymphatic. Is it
Yeah,
something
he
she should
keeps
worry
saying
about?
he's calling it concerning, but
Okay.
not life threatening.
Okay. So do you think the PET scan will give the answer she needs?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So we'll just wait until Tuesday.
Mhm.
next week. All right, Tamara Rudman. Her grandson, Owen, is 3 years old, scared of the dark. He will cry and scream for an hour before he is to sleep. He talks to someone who I cannot see. Now, I've done the getting rid of the earthbound spirits and negative entities and all that on them. So, so who is visiting Owen and who are the orbs? Afraid of the dark, even after getting the Atlantis scalar. Owen's parents are Courtney and Jordan Dunn. So his name is Owen Dunn. What's going on? And then that's the last one.
Owen doesn't have anything negative there. It's not negative, but he doesn't see things like it's like shadows. He sees a lot of shadows and he hears. So even if some of the beings that are there aren't clearly, like, he can't see form completely, he can hear them. And when the lights go out, the room is full. It's not negative. What
Who
Erik
are they?
says is this little one is very, very energetically sensitive and will
Mm.
remain open throughout his life. Erik says that this is more of a lesson for the parents
Oh.
to work through because there's some fear in one of the parents,
Mm.
and it's that fear that the child's actually picking up on an adult in the household, and then, like, does see something at night, feels things at night, and is scared.
Mm.
But Erik says it's not all coming directly from the energy to the child. And so what he's saying is for the parents to go and clear the space, to speak to the spirits in the room and just ask them to leave, to not
Okay.
be there at nighttime, that it bothers him. It's for them to be able to work for the energy
Oh,
because
so
this
they
little
can
one is a
like
teacher.
they can spray sage and then wait a little while till it cleans and then do Palo Santo. That's
Yes,
often a
as
good
soon as as
sequence.
soon as they put awareness to it themselves,
Yeah.
because it's about empowerment for them because
Oh,
they're on quite a journey with their little one.
wow. So what are these? Are they deceased loved ones? Are they
Uh,
guides, guardian angel, or all the above? Earthbound spirit?
all the above.
But nothing to harm him.
Nothing. No,
Okay,
no.
that's good. All right. All right, next we're gonna have somebody from the 410 area code. Let me click again. It's not working. Oh, wait, did I do it? Oh no. I clicked the wrong button. All right, 410 area code. Hi there, how you doing?
Hi, Elisa. Thank you for taking my call.
You're
This
so
is
welcome.
Wilson from Fresno.
Hi. What you got
Hi,
for us?
Michelle.
Hi.
Yes. Hello. So I talked to you last week, and you confirmed which one of the lawyers I'm looking for.
Oh yeah.
And so I just wanted to, yes, thank you. And so I just wanted to ask about the timing of it because I have the court case coming up. It's actually a trial in less than 2 months. And I'm just, I didn't know if I should try to book this new lawyer before the court trial or if I should wait till after the court trial and then book this new one because I don't know how long it takes for them to get prepared and whatnot.
Yeah. So what do you think, Erik?
Erik says before.
Okay.
Yeah, he says
Okay.
before. Yeah, he says it's going to give you a lot more peace too.
Oh yeah. Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Thank you guys so much.
Let us know.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Keep us posted. I feel like it's gonna go fine. I really do. What do I know? All right, we've got somebody from the 563 area code. Hi there, how you doing?
Hi,
Hey,
this
what's
is
up?
Shayla from Iowa.
Hey, Shayla from Iowa. What's up?
My dad's birthday is Thursday, and he's taking his driver's test. He's 84, and his depth perception is shot. He can't. He shouldn't be driving. And when I called to make his appointment to renew, and I always renew around your birthday, they said he only had to take the written test. So he's been studying the book and everything in me. I mean, he can't hardly get in a
Why
car.
in the world would they only have the written test? Are you kidding me?
today when I called, because I felt guilty, the housekeeper was here today, and her son was killed in a car accident.
Oh,
It was a
God.
while ago, but he's got no business driving, and it was on my conscience. She said I felt like Benedict Arnold, but I was so glad it was her day. She only comes to Wednesdays a month for 4 hours, but Daddy's convinced that keeps the house clean. That tells you how well he's thinking. So that gave me the courage to call Des Moines, because you can't just call local anymore. And they were so kind to me, and they made notes and were sending it to the supervisor. And I'm able to do it anonymously, because I gave them my name. I had to give them my phone number, and that they would call me and tell me what happened and what I need to find out. I'm worried that something's going to go wrong there, and he's going to find out that I took this away from him, and he's very stubborn about finding out.
Have they taken it away from him? Are they definitely taking it away from him, or are they going to test him first?
No, it's just because if you're over 70, and I only have to renew every year.
Yeah, right.
Every year.
Right.
So no, actually, the first time I called and made the appointment, if you're over 70, you couldn't renew online. If you was under 70, you could just renew online, but you can't. So I called. They said you'll have to make an appointment for a written test. And today when I called, they said he wouldn't even have to do that. He just has to come in to renew. They just take the money, But in any case, I told them I talked to Erik about it. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel here, but I've got a whole litany of reasons why I shouldn't be driving. He's going to kill himself or somebody else.
Yeah.
And
would it be okay to just tell him that?
You could lose your house.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you hurt so. And he's not going to take it well. And he arranged on his birthday because he thought it would be lucky. And I want to make sure he doesn't find out it was me.
Will he find out, Erik?
Erik says he won't find out it's her.
No. Oh, good.
Erik also says,
are they going to make him drive? Are they going to make him try and drive?
He's not going to pass. There's going to be, because the way Erik shows me is that there's already angelic assistance, because it's not good for him, and he's not listening to it, because he's been getting hits from his own higher self that it's time to put the keys away.
Yeah.
And he does not want to hear that whatsoever. And Erik says, unfortunately, he's not the type that you can sit down and tell that he can't drive, because that mere conversation would just send him, I'm doing it anyway, and who are you to tell me, and that sort of thing. So Erik just said he's giving you the reassurance, because he says that he has talked to you and told you that there would be assistance, and he says that you know that too by the reception you got when you made the phone call. He says because they're all being
I got this perfect woman on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Perfect.
And it's very hard to do. Erik says they understand, because the people that you talk to deal with this frequently.
Oh God, yeah, right.
Yeah, and they do understand.
He especially is gonna be madder than a hatter.
Well, yes, he is, and so this is what Erik is.
We'll get over it
for you.
Yeah,
and that's exactly right. Erik says he will get over it. This is really hard for him, because this is a really big piece of his pride and his control, because he feels that he's lost so much control in other ways. So that this is a big one for him. So Erik says, I'll just allow him to have it, and just remember, do not take it on, because you did the right thing.
Yeah,
you did the right thing. And Erik says, don't take it on, and if he wants to be upset about it, just let him be upset about it. He'll get over it.
Yeah.
Not going to ruin birthday dinner. My brother's mentally ill, so we never go to a restaurant, and Daddy can't hardly get around anyway. So,
let us know what happens.
Favorite dinner. I'm cooking his favorite dinner, but is that all going to happen, or is he just going to be a mess? His birthday's just shot.
No, he'll be okay. He might complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we better
say be understanding. I'll just be understanding.
Be there in love. All right. Thanks for calling. Let us know.
Yes.
Let us know what happens, please.
Good luck.
Oh boy. 636 area code. Hi there. How you doing? 636. Hi.
Hi guys, how are you?
Fine.
This is Alyssa.
Hello.
Alyssa from Missouri.
Hi,
I
Alyssa.
had the baby around the same time your daughter did.
Oh, yes, I
So
remember
I was
you.
just trying. Yes, how are you guys? Yes.
How's the baby?
So just trying to see. Oh my gosh, she had acid reflux for the first like 3 months of her life, so that in colic, so that was a little crazy.
Woo!
But we are over the hump, and she has the gas drops and the acid reflux drops, so we're doing much better.
Oh, good.
Beautiful little girl,
Mm.
bouncing,
Good.
teething, going crazy. So, but just trying to see
Yay.
if Eric or my mom has any messages for me.
What's your mom's name?
Kim.
Kim. Kim or Eric?
She's got the very first thing, this is your mom coming through, and she is showing me so many flowers, like different types of flowers. Does that mean something to you from her or about the baby? Because I feel like it's towards the baby.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, they could have their own symbols.
Well, true.
Okay, let's see if she's saying something particular.
Maybe it's a congratulatory bouquet too.
There's something about the flower that is connected to your daughter. It's a symbol. It is a symbol for your daughter, and your mother is going to shower you with flowers. I'm not sure exactly how this is happening, but she's going to be showing you a symbol of flowers in some way to show you that she's with your daughter. She brought her right in because she was right there with you. So she
Oh,
just wants to assure to let you know that she's right there because she is grandma in every way she can possibly be. And she's also talking about some noise or knocking at your door recently. Did you have somebody knock at your door and nobody was there? Because your mom is knocking at the door, like coming in.
So that happens at night with my son. He'll say like that there's knocking, and then he'll be like, "What's that noise, mom?" And he gets like kind of nervous. And it's really funny because we always just say, "Oh, it's Scammy," it's Scammy, and we don't really know that, but
It
now
is.
it is.
It is.
What great validation, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I know. That's really cool.
Well, shower that little baby with love.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
That was cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice
40.
energy.
Yeah. 404 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good.
I just have a question for Eric. I've been doing some Christmas shopping for my husband's grandkids. And I guess my question is I know Terry sees what I bought them, but I wanted to see if he was pleased. And Eric kind of asked him.
Sorry, say that. What's your question?
My question is, I know that my husband Terry Scruggs sees what I do. Okay. I have bought some Christmas gifts for his grandkids. But my question is, I wanted to see if he was pleased with what I got him. Can you confirm that, or can you ask him that?
What's his name? What's his first name?
Terry Scruggs.
Oh, Terry Scruggs. Yeah. Okay. Scruggs. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, yes, he is, but would he have been one to maybe give a hard time about spending money?
Yes.
Because he's putting in a little additional comment to, well, yeah, that's just fine, but you don't have to spend all that money.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
But right, that's cool.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Awesome. All right, thanks for calling. And I want to say Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everyone before I forget. Now, also I wanted to say, I got this hydro rowing machine to get into shape because I'm turning into a jellyfish. And it never worked. I just got it. Doesn't work. Everything they told us to do, factory reset, this, that, and other thing, nothing. And they keep coming back. Well, we'll get back to you in 3 to 5 business days. And then 3 to 5. So I said, no, you take it back. I don't want it. Forget it. I mean, it's supposed to be for Christmas present. Okay. So anyway, I'm thinking about other rowers. And so there's the two other ones I'm trying to figure out is there's one called Aberon, and then there's Nordic Track. And then there's other. Of those 3, Eric, what do you think? I would enjoy and not have to be pissed off. They charged me twice for the same rower too, by the way. I had to fight to get that off my Amex.
Okay, so Eric's leaning over to Nordic Track,
Okay.
but he's showing me like up in price, so it might be a little bit more in price, but he's showing it as being more of like you'd be more pleased
Okay.
to use.
All right.
Yeah.
There's also the Aberon, which comes with Netflix too, but I don't know if it's as good. All right. I'll look at price point too and see what my husband wants. All right, good. Let's see here. Got somebody from the 515 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hi, Lisa from Iowa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Hey, thanks for doing this breathing episode because I've been doing it for 3 days, but I didn't hold it.
Yeah.
I'm having some dental issues, and the dentist is sending me to the doctor. The doctor's sending me to the dentist, and I'm doing my own research. And I'm thinking, Lisa, maybe you can help me with this trigeminal neuralgia.
Oh yeah. Oh, trigeminal neuralgia. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was sent by the to the hospital by ambulance because my blood pressure was so high. So this
The
breathing,
pain. Oh.
it's helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go back to the doctor tomorrow because it's been circled. Doctor, dentist, because nobody.
What does the dentist
knows
have
what
to do with it? I don't get it.
Because the area that it hurts in, I thought maybe it was a root canal tooth gone.
Oh yeah, no, it could be. You could have both, I guess. But who was that?
Well, last year I had 2 molars removed and I didn't go numb, and he was aggressive and
Oh.
he dislocated my jaw.
Oh no, God!
I've had this problem, but it was really bad this time.
I'm looking this up.
And so I just, first of all, thank you for the breathing thing because that has saved me.
Mm.
I just wanted to know if Eric had a hit on my research. If I should, push that. And LDN or gabapentin, I want LDN. But
and then some people get on like anticonvulsant medications, Tegretol, things like that.
But I have a gene mutation, so medications are really hard on me.
Oh yeah. So Eric, what's going to happen with her?
He's talking about nerve pain. Is that what it is? Is it some nerves?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Okay, so I can push for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he says
Perfect.
they're going to give you medication. They're going to give you some medication for the nerve pain. But he's just saying that you're being on the breathing, you're on the right track with that.
Good.
He says to continue.
I wasn't holding it though. So thank you, Eric.
That's going to help out then. That's good.
Yeah.
And remember, always
for being able to pronounce that.
Sometimes I stumble, but look, guys, always remember to ask for your healing team, your guides, your guardian angel, etc., to come help heal you. And you have the power to heal yourself too, believe it or not. So, all right. Well, good luck.
Well, I had a panic.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Let us know what happens. All right, sweetie.
Thanks.
Merry Christmas.
You too.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Oh God, that's a really awful pain. I'm so sorry for her, but hopefully it won't be forever. All right, you got somebody from the 813 area code. Hi there, how you doing? Look up how long it lasts.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Casey from Florida.
Hi, Casey from Florida. What can we do for you?
I just have a question. I have a dark entity that seems to rotate around me like a moon, and I see it all the time. But yeah,
what does it look like?
How can I get rid of this thing?
What does it look like?
It looks like a cross between like a Chinese demon and a kind of like a cat demon.
Oh.
It's weird looking. It has 3 parts to it. And I caught it one day trying to do something to my mother,
Oof.
and it shows itself as a child to her.
Oh, great.
But then it turned around, looked at me, and it broke apart in 3 parts, and yeah, it touched me on the forehead, and
That's
yeah,
scary. I've had that experience too. It's not fun. So, Eric, can we get rid of this?
Yeah.
What do
Yes.
we need to do?
Yes. Okay. This, are you in a building by any chance, or in a condo that has other people, like other units? Like, do you have,
Oh, yeah, it
or
was
houses
my
really
mother,
close to you?
my mother, my dad.
Okay.
It's no, we don't have other units. It's just
Okay. Okay.
Because it seems to be coming from the area, like it's come from somebody else and not that long ago, because it doesn't feel
Oh,
like
really?
it's been in your vicinity or in your space for a really long time.
Not for decades anyway.
No, no, no. But
So, how do
it's
we get rid of it?
Erik says a couple things. He says one is commanding.
Yes.
With this particular energy, you have to be very commanding and actually call it right out and tell it that it needs to leave. He says, call in your spirit team, Archangel Michael, be very, very
Yes.
clear. He
Right.
says this thing will not listen to, like if you're just like, go, you're not allowed to be here. Erik says, like, command it to go. He also says to use frequency, like to use five
528?
528. Thank you.
Yeah.
528. To use that frequency and blast the frequency
You
right
can
after.
find that on YouTube, by the way,
Yes.
easily.
Okay.
What about Palo Santo? Sage?
Yes. Both. Use sage
Okay,
and
I'll always
Palo
start with
Santo.
sage because that cleans the energy, clears it first. And then, I mean, that's what I've heard anyway. And then Palo Santo. And you can get those in the form of sprays also. You don't have to
There,
like get all smoky.
there's an earthbound energy with it. So what Erik is showing me is that it's an earthbound energy that has been around for a very, very long time and has fed off of like other things and created itself the way it is. So it's had earthbound, like human energy at one time is connected to it.
Wow.
It's not all like inhuman energy.
Oh, interesting. Well, you can go to
Like
Atlantic
native.
Scalar and get the main service and get rid of all that and more. You should check it out. The main service, energy repair, protection, and enhancement on the atlanticscalar.com site. All right. Well, can you let us know what happens later on?
Definitely.
Please.
Okay.
And Erik, can you help?
Thank you so much.
Erik, help.
Yes. Erik says, call us in. We will help you. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. That makes me feel better. But that's really scary. I mean, those things.
Yes, it is scary.
Okay. Is this one that can actually harm him or his mother or his father?
No, Erik
Okay.
says
It's scare.
it scares, and it does get physical. He's saying like it's like a level 1
Touching.
physical.
Oh, like touching the forehead like he did.
Yeah, it can touch you.
It did.
Can come right up. He says it works also with your dream state too, so it can affect your dreams. It can come up and project voice as well. So because he shows it like yelling with a big wide mouth. Yeah, it's not very pleasant, but Erik says it will go.
Can't kill you or seriously maim you. Okay, good. All right. 81801 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi. What's up?
Hi. Hi. This is Sue in Utah.
Hi, Sue in Utah.
Hi, Sue.
I'm so happy to talk to you. And Michelle and Erik, thank you so much for the energy, the breathing. I've been taking notes as you were talking. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that.
Awesome.
I have a question about a relationship. At least I actually had scalar work done on bringing in some romance.
Oh, okay.
And I have recently reconnected with a man I used to date years and years ago.
What's his first name? Can you tell us?
This is nice. Oh, it's Billy.
Billy. I love that name.
Yes. And he's just as nice now as he was back then. And I just wondered, we live very far apart though, about 1,000 miles. And I wondered, Erik, if you can tell me what you can see about this relationship, and is this the relationship I should be in?
So Erik says you do already feel this in your gut, so he's going to validate it for you, and
Yeah.
he says, yes, this is what you've called in. This is a relationship for you, and he's calling it a divine connection.
Oh,
He says that this is a good relationship to persevere, and he says although there are some challenges to work through, such as distance and things like that, he says it's worth the effort.
so who's going to have to move?
Okay.
Who do you see moving?
Both of them.
Really? Wow.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, really, for
You're
everything that
welcome.
you do. And I love you guys.
We love you too.
Love you too.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. Yeah, I did the bringing in love with another person here recently, and she said, "Oh my God, I can't keep them away. I've got date after date after date." So that's kind of funny. All right, so the fifth, let's see, no, 330 area code. Hi there, how you doing?
Hi. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. It's really good to talk to you guys.
Good to talk to you too.
I just had a question for Erik.
Okay.
I was wondering what he saw that was going to happen with my marriage.
Well, he's saying it's going to take some patience here. He actually says there's repair. He's talking about repair, and repair of trust, forgiveness.
Okay.
He says a lot of patience, but he says that there is a possibility of this going in a direction that you didn't anticipate, or that you might not see right from this at this time. And he's also talking about your partner. Are you separated right now?
Yes, we are. We've been separated for 3 years.
Okay. Because there's something unexpected coming from him towards you. So Erik says, just be patient and be open.
Is it going to work out?
Okay.
He says it doesn't necessarily mean coming back together in love, but there is a completely different opportunity available for the two of you.
Interesting. That's a
Coming from
mystery.
his direction.
Wow. Can you tell us any more, or
Yeah.
or we'll just have to wait and see?
Well, what he's saying to you is he says that persevere a connection. Are you not speaking at all right now? Because he's talking to you like,
No, I'm just listening.
No, are you speaking to this man?
Oh yeah, he's here in my house right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because Erik is talking about like pursuing a conversation, like pursuing a deeper connection, because he's talking about healing.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean it's
okay.
Like he's not saying it doesn't mean healing as husband and wife.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll just have to leave the rest up to our imagination, patience, and the future. See what the future holds. Interesting.
What he says is there's some information and some steps that have not presented themselves yet.
But they will.
But they will, and that will help you place a lot of what Erik is sharing today.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You will.
We shall see.
You will eventually. Wow, that's cool. I can't wait. You tell us what it is when you find out. All right. 516 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
Hi, it's Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
She's from New York.
Hi, Nancy from New York.
Hi. Hi, Michelle and Erik.
Hello.
I have a question.
Yeah, October 18th or 19th of 2017, my cousin Beth, she ended up shooting herself. And all I was told is that she took extra antidepressants because they weren't working fast enough, but it just didn't seem right to me. And plus, I know she's not disappeared. I know she's passed on. But I just can't feel her around me, and it's been 6 years.
Well, sometimes when a person is super depressed, they don't even have the wherewithal to try to kill themselves. But when their mood lifts a tiny bit, even though they don't feel it, with antidepressants, then that increases the risk of suicide because all of a sudden they can act on their feelings. But okay, what is her first name?
Yeah.
Beth?
Beth.
Beth, and is she from New York too?
No, she's from New Jersey.
Okay. So Erik, can we get a message from Beth for Nancy?
Nancy, did Beth used to smoke?
I'm sorry?
Was Beth a smoker by any chance?
Yeah. Yeah, she tried to quit. Yeah.
Because she's walking in with a cigarette.
Uh-huh.
That's what she's showing me right now.
Uh,
And she wants to first of all let you know that she's well. Yes, she is here, but she says that although you've not say recognized her with you, she is there, and she's saying you'll be able to smell her cigarette smoke. And you may have already smelled that and not connected it or not realized that it's her. But
Yeah.
that's why she's showing me the cigarette right now.
Did she?
Okay.
Does she?
Well,
Was this?
I'm working on quit myself, so it's hard for me to smell anything.
Yeah, that's probably true. So,
Yeah.
was it her contract to go when she did, and how she did, Erik or Beth?
The way that she's saying it, and Erik says, it was a decision that she made with her higher self. No, it was not her contract to leave in that way. It was a decision that she had made.
Does she regret it?
She says no.
Okay.
She doesn't.
All right, Nancy.
She
Yeah,
just
sometimes I see a hawk. Is that her?
That you feel
When
what?
I'm
Sorry?
driving, I'll see a hawk.
A hawk? Yeah. Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. I was just going to add to you to just say that she shows herself often with birds. So yes, the hawk, but also she says that there are times where she floods you with thought. And so that thought can come through so subtle. So there's times that you think about her and it's not necessarily just you thinking, like she's there and giving
Flooding
you
you
thought,
with the
giving you
thoughts.
memory. Yes.
Wow.
So when you put awareness to these things, and you're going to smell her, 'cause she's very strong with the smoke and I can smell it. You're going to smell her. You're going to smell that.
All right. Well, thanks, Nancy, for calling. I hope that gives you some comfort. You know.
Thank you. It does thank you, all of you, and happy holidays.
You too, sweetheart.
Thank you. You say to you.
All right. One more 949 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Just started, so yeah. As I kept thinking about this,
Hello. Are you there? Okay, well, I guess we're gonna skip that one. I don't want to interrupt our conversation. All right, 317 area code. Hi there, how you doing? Are you there? 317?
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Hi, what's up?
Hey, hi, Elise.
Hi.
Hi, it's Mary in Chattanooga.
Oh, okay.
Last call. Yeah, just need some strength, I guess, from Erik or whoever. I just feel like I'm at the end of my rope with my fiance's mental illness. I'm just, you've heard of compassion fatigue. I've got compassion exhaustion. I'm just
oh goodness, Eric,
ready to give it up.
what can you say to Mary to change her perspective?
The first thing he says to you is he says it's okay to say I can't take this anymore. It's okay to say that, because he says that some of what is sitting in you right now is also the guilt, the wanting the break, looking at life differently or wishing for life being differently. And he says that's okay. He says part of you is fighting with the grief of experiencing something different than what you had hoped.
Oh, yeah.
And so he says, you know, have a lot of compassion and forgiveness for yourself. But what he's also saying is talking about having people for you. He says, where is your team?
Yeah.
Where are those that are there to support you? Because he says that you're putting a lot on, and a lot has been put on you and for you to handle on your own. And he says that you're not getting a break. And so a lot of this is building up and exhausting you, because he says you've got your own stuff to deal with too.
Yeah.
As well, or things that you've not been able to deal with. So he says, you know, don't be afraid to say to somebody like, can you step in here, or can you help me out here? He says to lean on some others. And I think there's been some around you, because he says like not everybody has been trustworthy around you as well. So he's also saying something you can do for your heart, for your vibration, is spend some time with music. Spend some time, if you can get away, surround yourself with music. He says in a way that helps you relax, that's not going to take a lot of mental effort.
No heavy metal.
No. He says
I love the healing frequencies. Any of those in particular? Maybe a heart chakra?
90.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Yes, heart would be very good. Yes. Calming the nervous system as well.
Awesome. All right, we got to close. Thank you, everybody. Have a happy holiday. I love you, Eric. I love you, Michelle. You guys check out her information in the description box.